Hey friends, Tuxx here. For this particular video, I'll be opening up the Figma number 58, and this is part of the K-On! Series, and this, of course, is Mayo, one of my favorite characters. K-On! Is one of my favorite animes, as you guys probably are familiar, and I've been collecting this set for a while, and this is actually the final piece of the puzzle to have all 5 girls, so I'm really happy about that. K-On! Is a really fun, lighthearted anime, basically kind of a comedy slice-of-life anime about some high school friends who become a band, and it has lots of fun adventures and humor and stuff in it. And one thing I really like about this anime is the fact that if you haven't watched it, there's a lot of depth to the characters. The characters all have very unique personality types, and they all have a little bit of a mystery, and I wish they would have a new season. There was actually a movie, which was good, and I was hoping for a season 3 or a second movie to really explore some of the little fine nuances of the characters. But anyway, enough about that. I'm sure I'll do an anime review of K-On! Down the road. Now, as far as this figure goes, of course, with Figmas, you want to make sure you get the real deal, and so you want to, I have a whole video about talking about fake Figmas. I won't go fully into depth on that, but if you're curious, that video is back in the queue for a little bit. But this one was a Christmas gift, and this one, sometimes Figmas, after they've been off for a little while, you have to get used ones. You know, they're not always available for a long time. They're kind of collector editions, and this one, I believe, has been sold like from someone else's collection. So I'm really happy to have it, because this is, again, it's the final piece of the puzzle, so I'm really pumped about that. It looks like it's in great condition. Let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, on the box here you can see it's very cute. You can see normal clear Figma front. Has definitely nice detailed graphics. It doesn't look like faded or blurry. Sometimes Figmas will have like boxes with kind of like blurry graphics a little bit. This looks very clean and very real. There's Mayo holding her base up, very cute. On the back here you got her in her little base bag and different poses, and this looks like a really great figure, and everything seems very legit. Just have the hologram on it, which is another clue that this is a real Figma, which is good. Let's go ahead and open this up and pull out Mayo. Now, Figmas usually have like a 2-layer plastic here. The box is cute because it does have a little cutout K-On! Base part. You can use like floorboards that say K-On!, which is great. So you can use that for actually making like a little K-On! Display if you wish. We'll go ahead and fold the box up here. Of course, K-On! Figmas are made by Max Factory. And as far as where you can buy them, like a lot of anime shops will sell them. You have to be a little careful at eBay. eBay has a lot of fakes out there, and fakes, I mean, there's some good and bad. Like, I want the royalties to go to the real, you know, the real company, the real voice actors, the real everything. But if you can't afford real Figmas, there is kind of a time and a place for fakes, and then you can always buy real ones down the road, perhaps. That's the thought. But anyway, fakes, the bad side about fakes is the money doesn't go to the right people, and usually the quality is greatly reduced. But anyway, there's still a lot of fun, okay? Another clue to it being a real Figma, of course, is the bag. They all come with a little Figma accessory bag, and it does say Figma on it. So if you don't see that, or if it's just a clear bag, that could be a warning sign that it could be a fake. Also, one of the biggest clues is the stands. The stand here, you can see, definitely says Figma. We got some trademark information here in the back. So this is another clue that this is a real Figma. So very cool. And Figmas do come with a bunch of little hands. So here's a bunch of Mayo hands. We got some peace signs. We got some guitar pick or bass pick holding signs. Or I don't know if she really holds a pick particularly, but bass playing. So very cool. And we'll go ahead and put that down there. There is a stand. Now, I was warned that this stand does have a little cracked end piece, so I'll probably have to take another piece off a different Figma and replace that, but that's okay. We can deal with that. I believe that's kind of like stuck into her back. So that is that. So this looks very good. Nice firm grip. It doesn't wiggle too much or whatever. Very solid, so that's good. And we'll put this aside for right now. And we'll take a look at the accessories. Now, Figmas are known for some great accessories. Here is the strap for her bass, much like Yui and her guitar. There is a couple different straps here. This is plastic, nothing too special about it. I mean, it's not leather or whatever, but it looks good and will hold the bass in place, which is great. We have 2 of them in this case. And some other accessories we have here. We have a guitar bag, much like Yui's guitar bag. I mean, I guess it's a bass bag. I'd have to look to see if this is really entirely different. I think it's very similar. Basses are a little bit longer than guitars, so it might be different in size. But you can see it opens up, so you can actually put the bass in here. That smell. Okay, one thing about Figmas, at least to me, and let me know if you agree with this, I kind of think Figmas smell like Play-Doh, okay? Real Figmas, that is. And when I opened this just a second ago, I kind of got that Play-Doh smell. So there's something like I like about that, actually. But very cool, very detailed, very cool little bass bag for her. So there we go. And of course, Elizabeth is the name of her base, which we have right here. The members of KAN tend to name their instruments, or a few of them do anyway. And you can see Elizabeth here has a few different little bass nicks from being scratched up and being heavily used. I believe she got this as a used bass, but very, very cool. And again, KAN are great because the actual instruments they use are real instruments. Now, it looks like there is one little bass tab here missing, so that's one kind of bad thing about getting a used one. I don't know if the camera's picking that up nice. You can see we have 3 little turns, and there should be 4 there, so not a problem, though. It's okay. But very detailed, very shiny. I like the way they did some airbrushing. It looks like the nice official Starburst paint job, which is very cool. And all in all, really nice looking bass. I like the fact it has these little detail scratches, like it was really a used bass that she picked up at a guitar shop, you know, so very cool. We'll put that down there. Next up in the bag, let's see here. We have some shoes. And she does have a couple different shoes. You can see, I'm going to leave them in here, but those are her like outside brown shoes. And then, of course, she's wearing her school shoes. Now, another thing I love about Figma is the fact that they come with a couple different expressions. And Mayo is considered like a very smart girl, very intelligent, a little bit introverty, and she does have kind of some phobias and stuff. So her 2 different faces are the crying Mayo face, okay, and the kind of like blushing, squinting, cowering in the corner face, okay, which are very, very cute, I have to say. I think it's great that she has 2 like weird faces because this is very fitting of the character. Now, my favorite KAN episode of all time features Mayo. It's called Mayo Fan Club, which is season 2, episode 7, I believe, and that is just such a cute one. Okay, we'll go ahead and pull her out here, and she has the usual Figma like little protective plastic here. And we'll pull her out, and it has a good amount of weight to it too. That's another clue. This is a real Figma, so very cool. Looking at Mayo, she is looking very detailed. Love the way the hair is kind of like loose, so very cool. She has a very like kind of a little bit blushy face. See little lines for blushy, but very happy and perky and very attentive of the situation, like Mayo would be. There's some articulation here. The arms do come out. You can actually bend the elbows, which is very cool. And of course, the hands bend too. Now, there's a bunch of different hands. It looks like this is their bass holding hand. And I believe she is, I want to say she's left-handed, but I'll have to look further into that. And as far as the knees go, the knees do bend, as you can see. Very cool. So you can put her in some different poses. The feet bend as well. And of course, these are the school shoes too. And she is wearing the correct blue color as a senior. So in Japan, they have shoes which are color-coded for the grade they're in, which is cool. And just looking really great. I love the hair. I love the way it's cut. It has a lot of good little parts in it. So very, very cool. Very, very cool style to it. Nice bangs, super good likeness. Very nice, yeah. I'm definitely digging this for sure. Let's go ahead and put the guitar on Mayo, or the bass, I should say, and see how she looks with that. Okay, I removed her hair here, and I pulled this around so you can see that is really the better way of getting the bass on. And we need to reattach her hair. She doesn't look bald in the front. We'll pop this on, and there she is, looking really good, ready to play that bass with all of her heart. So very, very cool. If you're into KAN or if you're not familiar, they actually have some really good music I enjoy a lot. So you can check that on YouTube. Just type in like KAN music or whatever, or KAN concert live. And again, I mentioned this, but if you're not familiar, I mean, it's great. The voice actors of this anime, the girl voice actors, actually learned how to play instruments and have performed concerts in front of huge, huge crowds in Japan. So it's really cool. They kind of almost became their characters, and that is really dedication to the craft to actually sing in front of like an audience and play guitar and bass and drums and everything else, and actually carry on as if they are the characters from the anime show, which is really cool. So anyway, very, very cool. I'm definitely digging this. I would say that if you are looking forward to these, you may have to go on eBay, though. I think that KAN is becoming harder to get a hold of. So very, very cool. Let me know what you think of Mayo. So really great figure, I think. And this is one of my favorite animes, and actually a fantastic Christmas gift. So again, if you haven't seen my Christmas haul video, be sure and check that out, okay? Let me know what Figmas you're into collecting. I've had people ask me, where's a good place to get a Figma? You know, honestly, the best place probably is like an anime shop or whatever. But sometimes you have to be careful, though, because you may pay some really high prices. I want to say Amazon is good, too. Amazon, they probably have real ones. If I can find a good link for Mayo or for KAN, I'll put the links for you in the description down below so you can get them off Amazon. And Amazon, again, is probably a pretty safe bet. But Kaon is so special to me. I mean, as far as Mayo goes as a character, I love the fact that she's so insecure, and I kind of see a little bit of myself in some of these different characters, and I can definitely see like some of her insecurities are really funny, you know, so I definitely enjoy that and can relate to some of them. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Be sure and check out Tuxx Reviews, my review channel. Be sure and check out this channel, Tuxx Toys, on Instagram and Twitter for slice of life photos you'll see nowhere else. And of course, be sure and say enter me or enter me senpai for your chance to get the name in the hat for a future giveaway coming up with something very cool, which I can't say what it is yet, but maybe it's a Figma. You don't know. I'll tell you more about the prizes coming up just down the road. But anyway, it's going to be a great contest, a great giveaway, and I'm really looking forward to it, okay? All right, friends, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.